All right, folks, we're going to start with our junior heifer calves. So our junior heifer calf champion, entry 25, is GIT Natalie, 18N, from GIT Performance Cattle of Langdon. Our reserve junior champion heifer calf, entry 26, from Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill, with YFS SSS Miss Fix-It Girl 176N. From our senior heifer calf division, our champion is the entry 30 from Tierra Soul Cattle Company and Bar D Ranching with TSC Night Moves 513N. Your reserve senior champion heifer calf, entry 33, YFS SSS Miss Rockstar 79, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill. Then we go back to our yearlings, and in our junior division, our congratulations go to our first place female. That is entry number 11, Cares Miss Pulled Medusa 19M, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire. Reserve junior champion female in the yearling division is entry 13, exhibited by Care Farm Solaire of Thorhild with Cares Miss Pulled Mulan 7M. In the senior yearling division, we congratulated P.W. Maybelline 2M as our champion senior yearling. That was entry 17, exhibited by P.W. Stock Farm of Foothills. Reserve senior yearling champion went to entry 16, Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill with TSC My Kinda Girl 402M. Then we jump to our senior champions, our mature cow-calf pairs. And first place honors went to entry number 20, YFS SSS Caesar 56H, exhibited by Tierra Soul Cattle Company of Clyde. And your reserve senior champion mature cow, Clear Lake Jewelly 6J, that is entry 18, and that is exhibited by Clear Lake Solaire of Barhead. So ladies and gentlemen, this is our grand champion female lineup, and will represent Solaire down at Supreme Saturday. And what an exciting lineup it is. We also want to remind you that DLMS is hosting an online sale, the Solaire Elite Sale. The closeout for that sale is tomorrow night at the banquet, so make sure that you check out the link on DLMS and see the lots for the Solaire Elite Sale. I bet you there's some really exciting ones in this lineup that might be in that sale. Our judge, Ty Draves, was our official for today. Ty and his wife, Taylor, own and operate Tidy Livestock just outside of Lloydminster. And no stranger to the show ring, they've showed some pretty phenomenal Simmental over the years. Just have ventured into the Hereford breed as well, but a dynamic young couple. And we're really happy to have Ty with us in the Solaire ring today. And I think with that, folks, we're going to have some comments from Ty on this championship drive.
I think everyone here deserves a round of applause because all these Solaire females I would take home any day. I think we really have some great quality all the way from our junior heifer cows all the way down to our mature cows. I think the Solaire breed should be very proud with what they've shown here today, and even the cattle that were not out here and sent back to the barn. I think just really high quality, and I was so excited to say yes when I was asked to judge, and I think I have a couple in my mind that I think I'm going to use. So I'll go get you a couple champions.
Congratulations, our mature champion cow takes home the grand and representing Solaire in Supreme Saturday. Congratulations to Tierra Soul Cattle Company with YFS SSS Caesar 56H. She's your champion, Solaire female. And congratulations to our senior heifer calf. She will take home reserve. That is TSC Night Moves 513N. And those are your top two representing our champion Solaire group. Entry 30 is our reserve champion Solaire. Well, folks, we're going to ask our top two champions to get priority over at the show champion shop box. Judge Ty Draves, we will ask you to join them. We'll take a very brief break for pictures, and then we'll get started right away with our junior bull calves.
Ladies and gentlemen, Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2 is turned over and ready now for our Farm Fair International Maine Anjou show. We're very proud to have Toby Noble of Lloydminster as our official judge for the always popular Maine Anjou show, David Vincent, his ringman. And we will be moving into the Maine Influence first. So we'll be doing our Maine Influence females, followed by our Maine Influence bulls, taking a break for pictures, and then moving into our purebred show. So coming into the ring first, our Maine Influence heifer calves. There are 5 heifer calves coming into the ring. These are all the calendar year calves. And Judge Toby Noble, your class is complete. We're very proud to be able to spotlight the sponsors of our Alberta Maine Anjou show, including the Alberta Maine Anjou. And those sponsors include Hanson Livestock, Shuckburg Cattle, Maple Lane Stock Farms, Bryan Farms, and Willow Creek Cattle. Among our major farm fair sponsors, again, includes Alberta Beef Producers, and they want all of you to know that delegate nominations are open until November 15th, so the end of next week. This is your chance to step up, represent your peers, and help shape the direction of your commission. Learn more by connecting with a delegate in your zone or by visiting albertabeef.org. That's albertabeef.org. We thank Alberta Beef Producers for, among their sponsorship of Farm Fair International, providing us with the coffee. Starbucks, you can't go wrong. For 55 years, Alta Genetics has valued the strong partnerships with consignors who have supported Alta through the decades. These relationships are the foundation of Alta Genetics' success, and they're proud to continue serving the cattle industry with dedication and innovation. Many thanks to Alta Genetics. BrokerLink is a proud insurer of farms and agribusiness. Contact them today to get the right coverage for your insurance needs. Horizon Ag and Turf, featuring our Maine Anjou show in show ring number 2, is ready now with comments on our first class of the Maine Anjou show. This is the Maine Influence Heifer Calf, class number 1, and here is Judge Toby Noble to comment on his class of 5 folks. Judge Noble.
Thanks, Rob. Really nice class, I think, to get us started here in the Maintainer show, and probably a pair of heifers, in my mind, offer a little bit of give and take. To me, the black heifer on the move is where she wants to solidify her place at the top of this class. I think when you compare to the red heifer in second, she takes quite a bit of a longer stride out of her front end. She's just more flexible off both ends of her skeleton. On top of this, I think here's kind of our big-framed, long-bodied kind of heifer. I like her muscle pattern. I like her look. Again, her structure advantage allows her to win this class. The red heifer in second, to me, when on the standstill, this is the one that I gravitate to. Really good balance from the side. She's good-looking. She offers a little bit more sweep to her lower body in comparison to the heifer in front of her. But just when we ask that heifer to go, to me, I just want to see her get out of her front end with a little bit more flex and relaxation. She gets a little bit shorter and rounder out of her hip. But again, I like this one's look, I like her rib shape, and I like her muscle. Black heifer that comes in third, pretty logical place for her in my opinion. She's long-bodied, she's smooth-made. I like her growth and I like her performance. Here's another one. When we ask her to go, she just wants to struggle to get out of her front end, work up in the middle part of her spine. But on the standstill, I like her length, I like her body. Black heifer that comes next, another long-bodied one. This one's really green in her condition, and I can appreciate that. She's good-looking, she's stout from behind. To me, she's just a little bit drier and harder in terms of her lower body. I just want to see her have a little bit more in terms of true softness. Young lady, short-horn marked heifer that's going to round out the class. Really, really neat from a silhouette standpoint. Ultra good looking, really big ribbed and stout. One that balances up nice from the side. I want to see more of this one in terms of frame and length. She gets shorter in her cannon bone, just wants to snap off her rear too when we ask her to go, but still a unique female with really cool pieces.
And thanks very much, Judge Toby Noble, on comments on our Maine Influence Heifer Calf class. Our Heifer Calf champion is KKS Miss Bearded Badger, 569N from Shuckburgh Cattle, is entry number 6, Carp's Norma Jean Riley, 575N from Kurt Uremko and Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul, Alberta. Congratulations, entry number 6, first place in our class, and our Heifer Calf champion, reserve champion, and second place is Shuckburgh Cattle with entry number 1, KKS Miss Bearded Badger, 569N. We'll be seeing both of those in our Grand Champion Maine Influence female class at the completion of our next class, which is our yearling heifers. If you're marking your show program on class number 1, the Maine Influence Heifer Calf, entry number 1 is second, entry number 2 is fourth, entry number 3 is third, entry number 4 places fifth, and entry number 6 is our class winner. That's Carp's Norma Jean Riley, back in high school. Class number 2 is a single entry class for Judge Noble with our Maine Influence yearling heifer. Do just want to let you know that this animal exhibited by Brian, not Zedbar, but exhibited and owned by Brian. And Judge Noble, your class is complete. Among our Maine Anjou sponsors are also Blue Sky Maine, Rasilvia Cattle, Mel's Maines, Carpathian Land and Cattle, and Manitou Maines. Looking at our Farm Fair sponsors again, Bud Light, a refreshing taste that's easy to enjoy at Farm Fair International. So easy to enjoy, you just go around the pillar that identifies Show Ring 2 as the Horizon Egg and Turf Show Ring, and you can help yourself to a Bud Light from one of the friendly expo bars. And Judge Noble's ready with comments on his single entry Maine Influence yearling heifer. Folks, here's Toby.
Just a single entry in this class, but a heifer I think with quite a bit of quality. She offers extra frame and length of body, really muscular from behind. I think she's right on track in terms of her condition. She's fresh and doesn't have too much on her. She gets a little bit plainer up through her head and her neck, wants to round out of her hip a little bit, but again, I like her length of body, I like her rib shape, and I like her muscle pattern.
And thanks, Judge Noble. Comments on our Maine Influence yearling heifer. First place and champion, entry number 7, ZMA Miss Rockstar 450M for Brian Farms of Daysland. Congratulations to our first place and yearling heifer champion. She'll be waiting in the ring now to be joined by the heifer calves that Judge Noble evaluated to determine who the top 2 were, as we now get into our first Grand and Reserve Grand Champion of our Maine Anjou show, our Grand and Reserve Champion Maine Influence female, where our contenders are Carps, Norma Jean Riley, 575M from Kurt Uremko, and the Uremko family of Carpathian Land and Livestock, St. Paul, Alberta. Entry 6 was our heifer calf champion. Our reserve heifer calf champion from the Shuckburgs of Stettler, Alberta. Entry 1, KKS Miss Bearded Badger, 569N. And then our yearling champion, ZMA Miss Rockstar, 450M, entry number 7 from Brian Farms of Daysland. This is our Grand and Reserve Grand Champion, Maine Influence female. And we're proud to recognize additional sponsors of our Maine Anjou show: New Haven Cattle, Deagle Cattle Company, Torona Farms, Pick 6 Cattle, and Wise Maine Anjou. Many thanks to our sponsors, including the Alberta Maine Anjou Association of our Farm Fair International Maine Anjou show. And Judge Noble ready to comment on his Grand Champion Maine Influence female.
Just a couple classes here in our Maine Influence show, but I think a lot of quality. Obviously, our first heifer calf class offers a lot of different types and kinds. With that, there was really good quality all the way through. The yearling heifer standing here again, one that I commented on her body, her length, and her overall power. Another female that I quite like. With that being said, I'll go ahead and get you a couple champions selected.
Thanks very much, Judge Noble. On the lookout for his champion and reserve champion Maine Influence females. And our heifer calf champion will be our grand champion. Congratulations to Kurt Uremko, and the heifer calves come out on top with Shuckburg Cattle also having reserve champion. Congratulations to entry number 6 and entry number 1, our grand and reserve grand champion, Maine Anjou Influence females. Carp's Norma Jean Riley, entry 575N, entry number 6 is our grand champion, Maine Influence female. Our reserve champion, KKS Miss Bearded Badger, 569N from Shuckburg Cattle Company. Entry number 01 is our reserve champion. Before we move into pictures, we'll actually do the evaluating of our Maine Influence bulls, which is actually represented by a class of 3 bull calves. So Judge Noble, you have 3 bull calves coming into the ring for your Maine Influence calendar year bull calves. If you're marking a Maine Influence show program or a Maine Anjou show program, please scratch entry number 8. Please scratch entry number 8. In the words of the immortal Hoss Hammer, he ain't racing with us today. Judge Toby Noble, your class is complete. And Judge Toby Noble is ready to comment on his Maine Influence bulls. Folks, Judge Noble.
I think a really nice pair of Maine Influence bulls here, 2 bulls that are quite a bit different. To me, our better structured option is going to win the class. I think the bull up front, when we compare him to our guy standing in second, he's more relaxed in the angle of his shoulder. He meets the ground on a bigger foot with a little bit more flex and comfort when we ask these cattle to go. And as we stand off him and study him, he's just a little bit softer in terms of his lower body. To me, he offers more in terms of testicle development and compared to our second place bull, but just a really solid place to start. The bull in second, in my mind, has a lot of extra pieces. He gives you a really nice look from the side, really well balanced and attractive. This guy's really stout and opened up through his center body in terms of his pin width and in terms of his genuine shape from behind. I like him a lot. When we ask him to go, to me, he's just a little bit straighter in the angle of his shoulder, not as soft as that calf in front of him, and I just want to see more in terms of testicle development. But again, his extra pieces are intriguing. 2 really nice bulls.
And thank you very much, Judge Toby. Our champion Maine Influence bull calf is entry number 9, KKS Forte, 501N from Faith Shuckburg and Shuckburg Cattle of Stettler, Alberta. Congratulations to Faith. Forte is our champion Maine Influence bull calf. Our reserve champion is Genesaub Cow and Diamond S Cattle of Britterheim, Alberta. Entry number 10, Wicked Move, aka Blue 1N, is our reserve champion Maine Influence bull calf. Folks, our judge and our champion females and bulls of the Maine Influence will head off for pictures, and once they're back, we will roll into the ring for our purebred show, starting with our yearling purebred heifers. That's those females born in 2024.
And over in show ring number 1, we're excited to kick off our bull show in the Solaire breed. This is class number 22. It is our junior bull calves. These are calves born from the 21st of February to the 10th of April. So a fairly large spread in the age. Our next class will be our senior bull calves. But this is our junior bull calf division. And again, our age spread is February 21st to April 10th. Well, folks, we're ready for comments on our junior bull calf division from Judge Ty Draves.
I think a really cool black bull calf to start off the class, and just a March 1st bull, but I think a bull that really puts it all together. You know, you get behind him, he's super stout, big top. You get over that shoulder, and he's beautiful. Works it right into his head and neck. I think just a bull that just most complete calf for me. I think to start off the bull calf show. The second bull in the class, just a long spine bull. I think a bull that maybe just gives up that little bit of attractiveness, but a bull that you really have to appreciate on the move, and a bull that you really have to appreciate that length of spine. The bulls in third and fourth here, just long-bodied calves, adequately stout, big top, just get out on the move really well. I think calves, though, that just maybe just get out horsed here today in terms of attractiveness and stoutness, but just a really nice class to start off the bull show.
Thank you, Judge Draves. So your junior champion bull calf goes to entry number 36 from GIT Performance Cattle of Langdon, and that is GIT Night Shift 27N. Your reserve junior champion bull calf from Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill with entry 37 YFS SSS Rockstar Reactor 215N. Third in class is Care's Mr. Pulled Nibs 27N, entry 35 from Care Farms Solaire. And fourth in class, entry number 34, exhibited by Clear Lake Solaire, that's Clear Lake Nobility 504N. Next in the ring will be our senior bull calves. For Judge Draves, there should be 7 entries in this class. 7 entries. Judge Draves, the age spread in the senior bull calves goes from the 8th of January to the 14th of February. And after some deliberation, we'll now have comments from Judge Ty Draves on our Senior Bull Calf Division Championship.
I think you're going to start off this class with this middle of February calf. A little bit smaller compared to my second place bull, but that's okay. I think a calf that puts it all together for me. He's really smooth in through that shoulder, ties it up really nice in through his neck and head. I think a bull that when you get behind him, he's nice, big hip, carries that down into his lower 1/3. Nice testicle development and really clean sheath. Just a really nice bull for me. The second place bull, I'm sure there's some people that might put this bull ahead of this calf, but I think for me today, what separates the two is the cleanliness of belly line on this bull. Just a little, like to tidy that sheath up just a little bit more, and maybe not so straight and angular into that shoulder. I'd like to see him a little more flex in that front legs and from his angle from his shoulder down. But I think a calf that really complements the first place. Two really nice bull calves to start off the class. The bull calf in third, I think a calf you really have to admire for the length of spine, and you get behind him and he's big hipped and just a really good footed calf on the move. I think for me today, just the attractiveness compared to the two ahead of him is what gets him here today, but a really good bull to be in third. The calves down the line just lack a little bit of the attractiveness and prettiness compared to the calves above, but I think calves that are big, growthy calves, good haired, and I think calves that are going to go on and do some good in the breed. I think everyone should be super proud of what they brought out here today.
Thank you, Ty. So your Senior Bull Calf Champion is exhibited by Tierra Soul Cattle Company. That's entry number 38, TSC, no regrets, 515N. Second in class is YFS SSS Final Verdict 63N, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire. That's entry number 40. Third in class, entry 39, YFS SSS Strike Point 73N. Fourth in class, Clear Lake Noteworthy 251N. That's entry 41, exhibited by Clear Lake Solaire. Fifth in class, PW Newman 1N, entry 43. Coming to you from PW Stock Farm. Sixth in class, entry 45, N42 Northern Nest Egg 19N, exhibited by North 42 Cattle Company. And seventh in class, entry 42, North 42 Cattle Company with N42 Northern Nitro 29N. Our yearling bull class is up next. For Judge Draves, we have 4 entries in our yearling bull division, 4 entries.
Over in ring 2, we are ready to go again, and we're going to start off with class number 10, purebred yearling heifers for Judge Noble to adjudicate. We anticipate 3 entries in this class.
If you're marking your show program over in the Solaire Bull Show, you can scratch entry 47, scratch entry 47. So for Judge Ty Draves, we have an age range from January 1st to the 25th of January. So the January born yearling bulls.
In the Horizon stage or show ring number 2, we'll get some comments from Judge Noble.
A nice trio of bred heifers here to kind of start us off in the female show, and 3 heifers that are quite a bit different. To me, the heifer that's going to win the class, I think best couples the right kind of body shape, the right kind of power and muscle, and does so on a pliable and flexible structure. Compared to our heifer in second, I just think there's quite a bit more in terms of genuine width at the ground, center body shape, and overall power. Young man's heifer that comes in second, one that's still really green. I like this one from a condition standpoint, really flexible on the go. She's big-footed, stout in terms of her features, a heifer that has a lot of length and a lot of look from the side. In comparison to our class winner, she's probably not as soft in her lower body, probably just not as overall power through the middle part of her rib cage, but again, a sound structured, good condition kind of a female. Heifer in third I like a lot from the side, and when parked, she offers extra growth and length. I think she's tall-shouldered and good-looking from the side. I like her body shape. To me, she's just too straight off either ends of her skeleton. Needs to get out and go and reach with more flex and comfort, because that heifer has a lot of advantages when standing still. 3 really nice females.
Thank you very much, Toby, and our congratulations going out to the class winner, entry number 11, KKS Miss Jungle Cat 491M, exhibited by Zedbar Farms and coming to us from Paige Zimmer and Shuckburg Cattle Company. Second in class, entry number 13, Miss Ronsko, JOR 54M from Blue Sky, Maine's The Ronskos of Daysland. And third in class, entry number 12, KKS Miss Beast Mode 433 from Shuckburg Cattle and Willow Creek Cattle Company. Marking your program top to bottom, it was 132. In ring number 2, our next class into the ring is a single entry class, and this is the mature cow class, class number 15. This is a 2021 model cow.
And with that, we're going to have comments on our yearling bull division championship from Judge Ty Draves.
Sorry about taking a little bit longer on this class. I think the quality makes it tough, which is good for everyone. I think a bull that's going to lead off for me is just a powerhouse. I mean, he's about a month younger than the bull behind him, and I think a bull that's really long spine. You got to love him for that. Adequate testicles under this bull. Just a massive individual. I think that has to stay at the front. The calf in second. A really nice made calf, a calf that gets out and moves really well, a really nice neck, nice headed bull. I think a bull that's got really attractive up through that front, and just a bull that's really attractive altogether. I think a calf that follows into second nicely. The bull in third, a really attractive looking bull. I think a bull that's just a little bit on the greener side today to compete with the bulls above, but a bull that I think is really good in his own right. Big-footed individual and good on the move. I think a bull that's going to work really, really well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ty. So your champion yearling bull in the Solaire show goes to entry number 46, YFS SSS Megatron 76M, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill, Alberta. Your reserve yearling champion is the entry from PW Stock Farm of Foothills with PW Max 1M, that's entry 49. And third in class, entry 48, N42 Monster Magnet 10M from North 42 Cattle Company of Sexsmith and Blondie Cattle Company as an additional owner. Our next class will be a single entry representing our 2-year-old class. Class 28 is next.
In ring number 2, we're ready for comments on the Maine Anjou mature cow.
Really nice single entry here. I think we have a cow that's really, really unique in terms of her look. She's a big frame female, really long bodied, but she's so good in her neck attachment. Her neck ties in really high to the top of her shoulder. She's attractive through her head. And then we take this one to the ground. She has extra circumference of foot and bone, ultra powerful. To me, in my mind, just a really unique female who's doing a really nice job on a big, powerful calf. I think a lot of those traits can be seen in him in terms of his look and in terms of his muscle pattern. Really nice female.
Thank you very much, Toby, and congratulations going out to our class winner, entry number 15, Miss Rasilvia 7J from Rasilvia Cattle Company, Rapid Creek Ranch, and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. We'll be seeing that entry back in the ring, but first we're going to see some heifer calves, and I believe we have 2 splits of heifer calves coming into the ring. Our first split should have 5 entries.
And folks, comments on this single entry from Judge Ty.
Only a single entry in this 2-year-old bull class, but I think one that's high quality. I think a bull that when you ask him to get out and move, he moves really well. Just a bull that's really nice made, nice in his lines, a calf that ties into his shoulder and his neck really well, nice headed individual. Just a really nice bull. Definitely could have stood some more competition.
Thank you, Ty. So your 2-year-old champion bull is the entry from Bar D Ranching and Scattered Spruce Solaire of Fort Saskatchewan with YFS SSS Atomic 4L. That's entry number 50. Our next class into the ring, folks, is going to be our Grand Champion Solaire Bull class. This is a first call for our breeders herd and progeny of dam and get of sire. Make sure that our breeders have those in mind. We will go right from our champion drive into our group classes before we take a break at the picture backdrop. So please have that in mind. Our next class is our Grand Champion drive, followed by our group classes. So leading the way is our junior bull calf champion, entry number 36, GIT Night Shift 27N from GIT Performance Cattle in Langdon. Our reserve junior bull calf champion, YFS SSS Rockstar Reactor 215N, that's entry 37, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill. Then came our senior bull calves and our champion from that division from Tierra Soul Cattle Company of Clyde with TSC No Regrets 515N. That was entry number 38. A reserve senior bull calf champion, entry 40, YFS SSS Final Verdict 63N, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill. In our yearling bull division, our championship went to entry 46, that is YFS SSS Megatron 96M, exhibited by Scattered Spruce Solaire of Harry Hill. Our second place in our yearling division, entry 49, PW Max 1M from PW Stock Farm of Foothills, Alberta. And our senior bull champion, YFS SSS Atomic 4L. He's entry 50 and exhibited by Bardi Ranching of Fort Saskatchewan and Scattered Spruce Solaire. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a pretty phenomenal show over here in ring number 1 celebrating the Solaire breed. We've also been super excited to have Ty Draves adjudicate this show. Ty and his wife Taylor own and operate Tidy Livestock just outside of Lloydminster. A very high quality group of Semitol genetics hail from the Tidy Livestock operation and some select Herefords as well. They have an awesome backdrop female sale that was online just in October, and they also host an annual bull sale in February, the Cuzio Tidy Bull Sale. So many thanks to Ty Draves as our official judge for the Solaire show here at Farm Fair International, and taking a few minutes to deliberate here in ring number 1 as he is going to select who will represent the Solaire breed. And I think with that, he's ready for comments. So ladies and gentlemen, here is Ty Draves.
I think everyone deserves a round of applause. What an amazing set of bulls. Just before I select my champions, I just really like to thank the Solaire Association for having me out. I was so thrilled to be asked, and to be able to judge a show at Farm Fair is definitely on the bucket list. So thank you for that. And I'd like to thank the committee and everyone for putting it on. And there's a lot of work that goes into all of this. And just thank you for everything. Without the Farm Fair committee and whatever else, we could never do what we do and love what we do. So thank you so much for that. I kind of talked on all these bulls already. I think I have 2 in mind that I think come pretty handily for me, and I'll go out and I'll select you a couple of champions. Thanks.
Wake up, wanna be out of the blue. Lay down in what I used to do. Just in case. Well, congratulations, our senior bull calf is champion, and congratulations to Tierra Soul Cattle Company with TSC No Regrets 515N is taking home the banner for Grand Champion Solaire Bull and keeping it in the division. Congratulations to Scattered Spruce Solaire taking home reserve with YFS SSS Final Verdict 63N. Congratulations, ladies. We will ask you to go to the shop box with our judge, but after we do our group classes. So congratulations to our exhibitors that advanced into our championship drive. And next, we would ask the 2 entries in Breeders' Herd to please bring your herd in.
Be proactive with Cattle Active. All natural solution for maintaining rumen health and overall well-being. Get 10% off today at the Cattle Active booth. Stop by the Clean Farms booth to learn how and where to recycle your twine and other ag plastics used on the farm.
If we could get Scattered Spruce Solaire and PW Stock Farm to please make their way to the ring for our breeders' herd.
A battle royale between little brother and big sister. To talk it to us now, here is our judge, Toby Noble.
Really nice class of heifer calves here, and probably the closest pairing I think that I've had to this point. We have a pair of heifer calves that are quite a bit different. To me, they're at different stages in terms of maturity, and they're both really, really high quality. So it's really close between these two. Of the two, I think our class winner, when we study this one in terms of look, the way she's laid in through her shoulder, and from there back, just how smooth and well balanced she is, I think she has the advantage over our female in second. Young man does an awesome job of getting this one shown. She gives you an awesome look from the side. I really like her at the ground. She's big-footed and flexible. This one's really good structured when we ask her to go. Just a really nice female, one that I like now. I think she's only going to get better with time. Young lady's heifer that comes in second, she offers more in terms of genuine width and center body. I think she's more muscular from behind. She's bigger in terms of her pin width and the way she carries her muscle in through her hip and stifle. To me, it's with her added power. When we ask this one to go, she's just not quite as comfortable, wanting to fight the halter a little bit. She works up in the middle part of her spine. She gets a little bit rounder out of her shoulder and out of her hip in comparison to our class winner. To me, this one's just a little bit more mature at this stage of the game. A heifer that I think has a lot of quality, really close top pair. Heifer that comes in third, another moderate frame, big-bodied one. From the side, there's a lot to like. Super good in terms of the sweep she has to her lower body. I think she's robust and powerful through her center body and out of her hip. To me, a heifer that's just a little bit on the moderate side when we study her through her front cannon bone. She has a little bit more navel underneath her. Still a really nice female. Big framed, extra length in the heifer that comes in fourth. This one's really big footed, flexible at the ground. I'd just like to see a little bit more in terms of softness when we study this one from the side. Young man's going to round out the class with a similar kind that offers extra length, good structure. I just want to power this one up all the way through in terms of genuine mass and body, but that's a really nice class of females.
And thank you to Judge Noble. First place honors in this first split of our purebred heifer calves goes to entry number 16, Carp's Glamorous Noreen, 517N. Entry number 16 is our class winner for Emily Uremko in Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul. Second place in that class also to Emily and Carpathian Land and Livestock, entry number 17, Carps Ronnie's Nanaho Pearl, 561N. If you're marking a show program, the placings on that first split are in order of the program. Entry number 16 places first. Entry 17 is second. Entry number 18 is fourth. Entry number 19 places third. And entry number 20 places fifth. Our next class into the ring, our senior Maine Anjou purebred heifer calves, will be 5 heifers ranging in age from January the 7th at the oldest to February 12th at the youngest, so 5 weeks difference. We hope that our top 2 from Carpathian Land and Livestock stick around the hitching ring, because you'll be coming in for our division championship at the completion of Judge Noble's evaluation of the next class. Ready to elevate your construction or home improvement projects? Visit Cooper Equipment Rentals at 20704 118th A Avenue Northwest, Edmonton, serving contractors across Canada with unmatched service and support.
I think we will be on time. We'll be ready for 4 o'clock.
I don't think there's any issue. And Judge Noble, your class is complete.
We'll draw your attention over in show ring number 1, our Horizon Ag and Turf show ring. We have class number 31. This is Breeders' Herd. We have 2 entries in this class, 2 entries for Judge Ty Draves. And also to our Solaire exhibitors, please have your entries handy for Progeny of Dam and Get a Sire, which is next. We'll have some comments on our Breeders' Herd from Judge Ty Draves.
I think I'm going to go with this first group here. Just for me, it's just a more complete group. I think the heifer calves are really nice. The bull calf was obviously reserve. I think a bull that you really got to appreciate. The cow is just a massive individual with a nice udder. I think just a nice pairs to go for Breeders' Herd. The herd in second, you got to appreciate the length of spine of all these individuals. Just they get out and move really well. Just cattle that I think are going to go out and work in the real world. And I think the breeders should be very, very proud of what they have brought out. Thanks.
Thank you, Ty. So our champion Breeders' Herd goes to the entry from Scattered Spruce Solaire, the Yakimchucks. So congratulations to that family taking home Breeders' Herd, and reserve PW Stock Farm of Foothills, Pete Watkins and family.
And as they stand is how they place. Folks, we have comments now from our Judge Toby Noble.
Another really good class of heifer calves here, and I think once again there are 2 that come to the top that are quite a bit different, both equally good in terms of quality in my mind. today the bigger outlined, longer bodied heifer is going to win the class. I think specifically when we ask these cattle to go, here's the one that's just a little bit more flexible at the ground. I love this one's foot shape. She's got extra bone, but she's super flexible, good in her joints. Really a female that I quite like in terms of look, in terms of power, and in terms of structure. Heifer that stands in second has a lot of extra pieces. She's super opened up in terms of her center body, really good in terms of her muscle pattern. She's big pinned, she's big footed, she's stout in terms of her feature when we take her to the ground. Unfortunately today she just wants to fight the halter a little bit, get a little bit inconsistent in the way she reaches off of those rear two. But again, a high quality female with some of those really intriguing extra pieces. Heifer that comes in third offers a little bit more in terms of outline. She stands tall at her shoulder, well balanced, long bodied kind of a female. To me, she's a little bit more upright in her angles, not the same kind of body shape as the two cattle ahead of her. Young man brings a really powerful one next. This one's big-footed. I like her in terms of her muscle pattern, big in her body shape. She gets a little bit plainer as we study her through her front 1/3. Another one that maybe just doesn't get out and reach with the same kind of flex and comfort as some of the cattle at the top end. Young lady's going to round out the class with a really nice female, long-bodied. I like this one's structure. Another one that's good in terms of her foot and bone. I think she just needs more in terms of softness from the side and overall power.
And in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2 in our Maine Anjou show, many thanks to our judge, Toby Noble. First place honors in this second split of purebred heifer calves, and advancing to our purebred heifer calf championship is entry number 21, Carpathian Land and Livestock, the Uremcos of St. Paul, Alberta, with Carp's Glamorous Nadine 520N. And she'll be joined in that class by entry number 23, Miss Rasilvia 73N from the Pashulka family of Derwent, Alberta, and Rasilvia Cattle Company. Marking your show program, moving down the page, entry number 21 places first, 22 is fifth, entry number 23 is second, 24 is third, and entry number 25 places fourth. We'll be reintroducing you to those top two from each of the two preceding classes for the champion purebred heifer calf. But in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 1, we're wrapping up with our Solaire show. Here's Judge Ty Draves.
I think for the progeny of Dam, we're going to have to go with this group right here. Just two bulls that are really long spine. You got to appreciate that. And just two bulls that I think really compare well to each other. And you really got to look ahead at the bull calf's future. You know, you can look at this bull that's beside him. That's pretty well what he's going to look like. And I think that's a really nice pair. The second place progeny here, just a really nice complete group, couple of heifers. You really have to appreciate the femininity and the attractiveness of these females. I think two individuals that the breeders should be very, very proud of.
Thank you, Ty. Congratulations to PW Stock Farm. Now, if my calculation is correct, the dam is PW Kansas 4K, I think. And your reserve champion, progeny of Dam, goes to the entry from Scattered Spruce Solaire.
Horizon Ag and Turf's showing number 2, our Maine Anjou show, features now our purebred heifer calf championship. Our contenders are first place from our first split, Carp's Glamorous Noreen 517N from Carpathian Land and Livestock, entry number 16, winning that first class. Carpathian also with second in that class, entry number 17, Carp's Ronnie's Nanaho Pearl 561N. Carp's Glamorous Nadine 521N from Carpathian. Entry number 21 is the winner of our second split. And breaking the Carpathian hold on these heifer calves is Miss Rasilvia 73N and the Pashulkas with entry number 23, second in that second split. From Derwent, Alberta's Rasilvia Cattle Company. This is Judge Noble's champion and reserve champion purebred heifer calf. We'll have our full-blood heifer calf class next, which also doubles as a championship, and then we'll be right in to our grand and reserve grand champion Maine Anjou female. Country Junction Feeds is proud to be back as your official shavings and feed supplier for FARMFAIR International. Come visit Country Junction Feeds at the CJ Feeds booth. They'd love to see you. Just around the corner from our hospitality area and Horizon Egg and Turf, Show Ring 2. Our judge is ready to make comments now in our Maine Anjou show on his challenging heifer calf class. Folks, let's hear from Toby Noble.
4 heifer calves here out in this division, and 4 females, I think, with a lot of quality. Those were tough classes. I think the top end of those classes in particular were really, really good. You can look at 1 and 2 in these classes and talk about switching them. There's probably a little bit more power and genuine muscle in both of our second place females, but the balance and structure and silhouette of our 2 class winners, to me, are really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and take one more look and get you a couple champions, but 4 really good females.
And thank you very much, Judge Noble. Looking for the final pieces of the puzzle, other than the single entry full blood class, for his Grand Champion female drive in his Champion purebred heifer calf class. And it's going to be from our first split, second split, entry number 21, Carp's Glamorous Nadine 520N. And then going to entry number 16 from the first split, still glamorous, but Noreen 517N. So congratulations to entry number 21 and entry number 16. Our Grand Champion female class has a couple of purebred entries in it. And then we'll have a single entry full blood class before we get to that level. Once again, our heifer calf champion entry 21, Carp's Glamorous Nadine 520N. Reserve champion Carp's Glamorous Noreen 517 and entry number 16, all from Carpathian Land and Livestock, the Uremcos of St. Paul. Looking for our single entry full blood heifer calf. And recognizing that Alberta Maine Anjou Association is proud to have as sponsors of our FARMFAIR International Maine show, Hanson Livestock, Shuckburg Cattle, Maple Lane Stock Farms, Bryan Farms, and Willow Creek Cattle. And here is our full blood for the full blood heifer calf class, also doubling as a division champion, Judge Toby Noble presiding.
And Rob, we're ready for comments in show ring number 1 from Judge Ty Draves on this very competitive Get a Sire class.
This is quite impressive. There isn't very many breeds that at the Get a Sire point of the class of the day that you see this many. So I think they should all deserve a round of applause because this is awesome. I think the group that we're going to go off is this black group, just a really impressive group. They come to the top for me pretty easily. Just really impressive female and bull. I think they deserve it, so thank you.
Thank you, Ty. So congratulations to Tierra Sol. They are your champion Get a Sire. And of course, what we encourage you to do is head back on to the barns and chat with these breeders about the different sire groups that are represented here. But congratulations, most specifically, going to Tierra Sol. And to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to say that the sire that they are showcasing is WWCS KO 581K. Excellent. Congratulations, folks, and many thanks to the Solera Association for the support over here in show ring number 1. That does it for us, folks. We're also excited to give out the Premier Breeder and Exhibitor Award to Scattered Spruce Solera. The Yakumchucks are receiving the Premier Breeder and Exhibitor. Please make sure you head on over to the shop box for your champion photos. And we'll be waiting for our next event. But Rob, comments in ring number 2 from Judge Toby Noble.
Just a single entry in this class, but young man's doing a really nice job and has a really nice heifer on the halter. She's really long-bodied, she's sound-structured, she's fresh in her condition. To me, there's no question this heifer's only going to get better. Be a lot of fun for this young man over the next year. Congratulations to him.
Thanks very much, Judge Noble. Our single entry class winner and our full-blood heifer calf champion is Mel's Candy, 535N, entry number 26 from Mel's Maines of Stettler, Alberta. This is our final entry in the Grand Champion Female Drive for Toby Noble to determine who represents the Maine Anjou females in Supreme Saturday. Couple of yearlings, a senior champion, and 3 heifer calves to be coming into the ring. And folks, here they come in show ring number 2, Horizon Ag and Turf, show ring number 2 in our Maine Anjou show. Our full-blood heifer calf champion is entry number 26, Mel's Candy, 535N, from Mel's Maines of Stettler, Alberta. Then we have our purebred heifer calf champions, led off by heifer calf champion entry number 21, Carp's Glamorous Nadine, 520N, from Carpathian Land and Livestock. Same exhibitor as on the reserve heifer calf champion entry number 16, Carp's Glamorous Noreen. Then we have our champion yearling heifer, our junior champion entry number 11, KKS Miss Jungle Cat, 491M, from Paige Zimmer and Shuckburg Cattle Company and Zedbar Farms of Daysland. Our reserve junior champion female entry number 13, Blue Sky Maines, the Ronsko family of Daysland, with Miss Ronsko JOR 54M. And then finally, our senior champion female, Miss Rasilvia 7J, and Rapid Creek Ranch, owned by Rapid Creek Ranch and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. Entry 15, our senior champion. This is the Grand Champion female class, evaluated by Toby Noble, to determine who represents the Maine Anjou breed in Saturday's Supreme Show. And Judge Noble is ready for comments on his Maine Anjou Grand Champion Drive. Folks, here's Toby.
Really nice group of Maine Anjou females. Let's give them a round of applause. Not a big show in terms of numbers, but I think the quality of these cattle are really, really good. And what this breed does so well in terms of breeding cattle with extra look, but keeping the muscle, keeping the performance, keeping the foot bone and feature in these cattle, to me, is pretty impressive and definitely intriguing from an outside breeder looking in, because I think the top end of these cattle are really, really good and competitive amongst all breeds. We talked about these cattle a lot throughout the day, and pair of heifer calves up front that I thought that division was really, really close. I'm really high on those heifers. I think they're both equally good in terms of quality. We got 2 bred heifers that come out of a smaller division, maybe not the extras in terms of unique look or balance, but big-bodied, solid, really functional kind of females. Young man has our lone full-blood offering, or full-blood female out here in the drive, doing an awesome job on a heifer that has a lot of future. And we have a pair here at the back that I talked about their uniqueness, and I think the quality that they have, and a female that's really, really good. So I'm going to go out and get you a couple champions selected and keep the show going on, but what an awesome group of females.
And thanks very much, Judge Noble. Of course, folks, Judge Noble knows how to breed them, he knows how to make them, he knows how to raise them, and he knows how to present them. And we're happy to have him evaluating our Maine Anjou show here at FARMFAIR International 2025. Looking now for his Grand and Reserve Grand Champion, Maine Anjou female. And our senior champion will be our grand champion. They don't bring cow-calves out very often, but when they do, you can know they're a bell ringer. Miss Rasilvia 7J, entry number 15, is our grand champion Maine Anjou female. Our heifer calf champion from the purebred section, entry number 21, for Carpathian Land and Livestock, Carp's Glamorous Nadine 520N is our reserve. So congratulations to Rapid Creek Ranch, Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms, and Rasilvia Cattle Company, entry 15, Miss Rasilvia 7J. The 4-year-old cow is our grand champion female. The bull calf at side, they'll be heading on into the Supreme Championship on Saturday. And our reserve champion Maine Anjou female from the Uremco family of St. Paul, Alberta, entry number 21, Carp's Glamorous Nadine 520N. We'll head off for female pictures now with Judge Noble as well as the Pashulkas and the Uremcos. Then we'll be back for our purebred bull show in just a few minutes' time. Davis Raritan has 35 years of experience with embryo bovine transfer. They provide a high quality of service, both on farm or at their state-of-the-art center down between Carstairs and Crossfield. The experienced Davis Raritan team and highly trained staff are committed to providing the highest quality of service and obtaining optimal results. Dr. Shireman and the crew provide world-class service, and we're proud to have Davis Raritan as a sponsor once again this year at FARMFAIR. A few more of our Maine Anjou show sponsors include Blue Sky Maine, the Ronsko family of Daysland, Rasilvia Cattle, the Pashulka family of Derwent, Mel's Maines, Carpathian Land and Cattle, and Manitou Maines. Book your stay at edmontonsbesthotels.com and get up to $225 in rewards. Many thanks to Edmonton's Best Hotels. Edmonton drives visitors year-round and elevates the Edmonton experience. Explore Edmonton is proud to produce its signature events, K-Days, the Canadian Finals Rodeo, and FARMFAIR International, as well as stewarding urban agriculture within the Edmonton Urban Farm. Learn more about how they help our capital city shine at exploreedmonton.com. Horizon Ag and Turf has the equipment to take care of all your livestock needs. Feed your herd, bale your hay, maintain your property with a John Deere utility trailer. Contact your local Horizon Ag and Turf to learn more about their John Deere livestock loyalty discounts. Made in Alberta, proudly brought to you by the Alberta Food Processors Association. Discover local food and drinks on the new Made in Alberta app and madeinalberta.com. Among our other Maine Anjou sponsors of our Alberta Maine Anjou Association sponsored show are New Haven Cattle, Deagle Cattle Company, Torona Farms, Pick Six Cattle, and Wise Maine Anjou. Many thanks to all of our Alberta Maine Anjou breeders for their sponsorship of our FARMFAIR International 2025 show. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Mike's Hard, proud partner of FARMFAIR International. A new sponsor for Farm Fair this year is New Generation Supplements. Flaxlick is research proven to support male and female fertility using self-fed, weatherproof omega-3 nutrition from the highest quality ingredients. With Flaxlick, you can work smarter, not harder. Maine Anjou breeders, in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2, you can be bringing your calendar year bull calves because we are ready for them. Judge Noble is back and he's ready for his class of 7. And Judge Noble, your class is complete in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2, our Maine Anjou show. 7 bull calves in your show program, 7 in the ring. Class is complete. And as we move into our first class of our Maine Anjou Bull Calves, Judge Noble is ready to make comments on his bull calf class and bull calf champions. Folks, here is Toby Noble.
Really good class of bull calves, and I think once again in this class we have two bulls come to the top. Pretty easy for me. Again, two bulls that are a little bit different. One's a little bit more rugged and powerful. To me, one's just a little bit better balanced and better structured. Our class winner is going to be the better balanced, better structured version. I think when we compare him to the bull in second, I prefer him in the way he transitions from his chest floor into his forerib and then back into his flank. I think he's just a little bit softer than our bull in second. When we ask this guy to go, I just prefer him and his angles and how the way he utilizes his rear leg on the go. Really nice bull calf to start us off in this class. Extra power and mass in our second place bull. He sets the class standard in terms of genuine width and dimension. Huge hipped, really big in terms of his pin set. He carries his muscling really good into his lower hip and stifle. To me, this bull just gets a little bit more PC in his type. We could pull him apart in his forerib. I maybe just want to change the way that he utilizes his rear leg. Just wants to get it underneath himself ever so slightly. But I love that guy's power and I love his extra dimension. Bull that comes in third, probably a little bit better balance, smoother made option than the guy in second. From the side, I like this guy quite a bit. Really soft in terms of his lower body. He's good structured, gives you a nice look from the side. In compared to our top two bulls, I just want to open him up a little bit in terms of his pin width and the way he carries his hip down into his stifle. Very similar kind that comes next, a good structured one who I think is soft and deep in terms of his lower body. I just want to give this guy a little bit more right behind his shoulder. See him just a little bit more massive in terms of his top side shape. Those are two similar bulls that are still nice in their type and kind. Red bull that comes next, another one that balances up good from the side. I like his structure. I like his look. Let's give him just a little bit more in terms of foot and bone at the ground. See him a little bit stouter boned and in terms of his feature, and I think we'll start to work his way up. To me, I just want to see a little bit more power in that calf. Another red one that comes next, another one that's really long-sided. He's long and level-hipped. Gives you a nice look from the side. Let's open this guy up all the way through and see him a little bit softer in terms of his lower body. Black Bull's going to round out the class, has a little bit extra in terms of muscle. He's big pinned, he's good through his hip and stifle. To me, this one's just a little bit hard in terms of his body type, not as sound when we ask him to go. But that's a good class of bulls, two really nice ones on top.
And thanks very much, Judge Noble. First place in our bull calf champion is Mr. Rasilvia, 62N. Entry number 29 from Rapid Creek, Maine's Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms and Rasilvia Cattle Company. He'll be coming back in for our Grand Champion Drive, and so will Mr. Blue Sky Night Owl, JOR 20N, from Blue Sky Mains of Daysland, Alberta. Entry number 34, our reserved bull calf champion from the Ronskos. Marking a show program on class number 22, our purebred bull calf. Entry number 27 places fourth. Entry number 28 is third. Entry 29 is first. That's our class winner and our bull calf champion. Entry number 31, sixth. Entry 32 is seventh. Entry 33 is fifth. And entry number 34 is second and our reserve bull calf champion. We have a single entry full-blood bull calf class coming into the ring now, followed by a single entry mature bull class, and then we'll be into our grand and reserve grand champion bull drive. So if Pachulkas and Ronskos could keep their bulls right at ringside, you'll be coming into the ring within 10 minutes time. And Judge Noble, your class is complete. Olds College of Agriculture and Technology is another proud sponsor of Farm Fair this year, proudly supporting youth in agriculture for over 100 years. Many thanks, Olds College. Judge Noble is ready to make comments on his single entry full-blood bull calf class. Folks, here's Toby.
Just a lone entry in this class, but a bull that I think is really nice and honest in his type and kind, genuine in his shape, long-bodied bull who's good structured when we ask him to go. I like his foot, I like his bone, and I like his build. Maybe not the softest or the most powerful, but individually a bull that has a lot of quality.
Thanks very much, Toby. Appreciate your comments on our bull calf full-blood champion, Mr. Blue Sky Knight on Mel's Vlad, entry number 35. Mel's Maines. Mel's Vlad is our full-blood bull calf champion and will advance to our bull calf champion, our grand championship. We do have now our mature bull coming into the ring for our single entry senior championship. And Judge Noble, your single entry class is complete of your mature Maine Anjou bull. Sturgis is in the building. And Judge Noble is ready to comment on his mature bull champion in our Maine Anjou show.
A really impressive 2-year-old bull here on the main show, just ultra powerful in terms of his body shape, in terms of his muscle pattern, a bull that still gives you a nice look when you study him up through his front. I like this bull in particularly probably on the stand a little bit better when on the go. He's just a little bit straighter in his hock, just doesn't get out and reach and flex with a ton of comfort, but this view right here of an opened up powerful dude with a good look is still a nice one, a bull that has a lot of quality.
And thank you very much, Toby. Nate Sturgis, 171L from Shuckburg Cattle and Bryan Farms. And Hanson Livestock is our mature or senior champion bull of our Maine Anjou show, entry number 36. Nage Sturgis, 171L. So here come our contenders. There's going to be 4 bulls in the ring, 2 purebred bull calves, a full-blood bull calf, and our senior champion. And take this opportunity to reintroduce you to our purebred bull calf champion, Mr. Rasilvia 62N, entry number 29, from the Pashulkas of Rasilvia Cattle Company at Derwent, Alberta, Rapid Creek Maines, and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms. Mr. Blue Sky Night Owl, JOR 20N, from Blue Sky Maines of Daysland, Dwayne and Bev Ronsko is our reserve bull calf champion. Mel's Maines, entry number 35, has our full-blood bull calf champion with Mel's Vlad. Entry 35 is that bull calf champion for the full-bloods. And entry number 36 is our mature or senior champion bull. Nage Sturgis, 171L from Shuckburg Cattle and Bryan Farms, Hanson Livestock, all three the owners of our senior championship. We've been most fortunate to be able to have one of the most exciting young judges and young cattlemen in the whole of the nation evaluating our Maine Anjou show at FARMFAIR International. Toby Noble of Black Gold Simmental at Lloydminster, one of the nation's most successful and progressive operations, along with his brother and mom and dad. And still relatively new bride, little bit over a year, and the fact that there's going to be a fifth member of that family joining in the next little while as Black Gold goes from a family of 5 to a family of 6. Many thanks to Toby for evaluating our Maine Anjou, and to David Vincent for being an excellent ringman for him. There's still some group classes to get through, folks, but we do appreciate Toby's sorting through of our Maine Anjou show. And our judges ready to make comments, folks. Our grand champion Maine Anjou Bull class. Here is our judge, Toby Noble.
Just 4 head out here in our champion Maine bull drive, but I think 4 really, really nice bulls. Let's give these exhibitors a quick round of applause. The quality was really good, I think, all the way through. Just one big class of Maine Anjou bull calves and a lot of differences. We talked about the 2 that come out of that class. Our class winner kind of being the combination bull, the one that combines enough muscle and enough jam with an awesome look, an awesome balance, really good structure. I like that calf quite a bit. The bull that also come out of that class, super powerful and opened up, not the same kind of balance and look, but I love his extra power and mass. Full-blood bull is a really honest one. I like his length, he's sound structured, maybe not the extras in terms of body and mass, but a nice individual. And our lone 2-year-old coming out of that class, and one that once again, from the standstill, this view right here, there's a lot to like. He combines the look, the body, a bull that we talk about structure, his hind leg and his joint work. I have a few question marks there, but once again, I think that's a bull that has a lot of quality. To me, there's still probably a decision to make in this class because I think there's a pair of them, a little bit different in age, but very similar in quality, both really, really good. That being said, I'll go out and take another look and get you a couple champions, but just like to thank the Maine Association for asking me to come out and sort through the show. I've had a lot of fun. There's been a lot of really good cattle, and look forward to the rest of the shows throughout the week.
Many thanks, Judge Noble. Great comments to our Maine Anjou breeders, and now looking for the representative of the Maine Anjou breed in Supreme Saturday. He was the calf on the Grand Champion female, and now he is the Grand Champion bull himself, Mr. Rasilvia 62N from the Pashulkas of Derwent, Rapid Creek Maines, and Wilkin Ridge Stock Farms, along with Rasilvia Cattle Company, our Grand Champion bull, our reserve Grand Champion bull, going to the mature champion, entry 36, NAGE Sturgis, 171L. For Hanson Livestock, Bryan Farms, and Shuckburg Cattle. Congratulations, our bull calf champion and our senior champion, going grand and reserve grand champion of our Maine Anjou show. Before we head off for pictures, we'll just roll through our group classes. We do have pair of bulls, breeders herd, get a sire, and progeny of dam. So if the Yaremcos and the Ronskos could get those group classes into the ring, we can finish off with Judge Noble before our Legends of the Fall goes to roll into rings 1 and 2, sponsored by Horizon Ag and Turf, in 17 minutes time. So group classes, if we could please. Pair of Bulls, Breeders' Herd, Get a Sire, and Progeny of Dam, coming to us from Uremco's of Carpathian Land and Livestock and Ronsko's of Blue Sky Maines. Visit your Alberta Ram dealer and get a 10-year, 160,000-kilometer limited powertrain warranty on most new 2026 Ram pickups. That's Canada's best full-size truck powertrain warranty out there. Get into a new Ram pickup today. And so, folks, here are our parables for Judge Noble. Entries 37 and 38. Judge Noble, your parables class is complete. And folks, Judge Noble is ready with comments on his parables class in our Maine Anjou show.
Two nice pair of bulls here in this class, and I think what's unique about this group is I think both groups match up really, really good. I think our two bulls up front are similar in their type and kind. I like their structure and I like their softness, and the two bulls standing behind them offer a little bit more in terms of genuine mass and muscle. With that, cattle that maybe just aren't quite as soft, maybe just not quite as good structured, but I appreciate their added dimension, their added muscle mass. To me, I'm going to go ahead and use the front pair of bulls to win. Again, I just think they're the better structured option, just a little bit softer from the side. To me, they're bulls that still have enough in terms of genuine power. Bulls behind them will be second. Again, super big bodied, super big pinned, really good through their hips and stifle. Let's just soften these cattle up a little bit more. At times, just relax them in their angles a little bit more, but I appreciate their added width and overall power.
And thank you, Judge Noble. Our champion pair of bulls is Carpathian Land and Livestock. Congratulations to the Uremcos. Our reserve champion to Blue Sky Maines. Congratulations to the Ronskos. Entry 37 and 38, champion and reserve. To the Uremcos and the Ronskos, if you would add to or delete for your breeder's herd. Add to or delete for your breeder's herd. The same two crews, Carpathian Land and Livestock and Blue Sky Maines, will be in all three of our remaining group classes. Another new sponsor at Farm Fair this year is The Works. Many thanks to The Works. And Judge Noble, your class is complete for breeder's herd. Comments from Toby Noble on his Maine Anjou Breeders' Herd class.
I think these breeders' herd classes never get the kind of advertisement and just publicity that they need to, because this is so hard to do, to bring out a group of cattle as consistent of either of them from one exhibitor is really tough, and then to do so and make them as high quality as they are, I think that's something that they need to be commended on, because these are two really good groups. The heifer calf trio in this breeder's herd, to me, is my favorite. I think those three heifers are just so good. They look maternal, they're feminine, they're big bodied, they're sound, and to me they all look very similar. I commended that exhibitor because it's hard to produce cattle that consistent and that high quality year after year. Obviously, there's a lot of power and genuine mass in our other pair. We've talked about these bull calves. We've talked about the females and their advantages in terms of growth and overall power. Two really good breeders' herds in this class.
Thank you very much, Judge Noble. Our champion breeders' herd goes to Carpathian Land and Livestock, the Uremco family, who will also be receiving the Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor Awards of our 2025 Maine Anjou show at Farm Fair International. Congratulations to the Uremcos, our champion breeders herd, as well as Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor. Couple group classes remain. We want to also, though, acknowledge our reserve champion breeders herd, the Ronsko family of Blue Sky Maines, entry number 39 and 40, champion and reserve champion of our breeders herd. Folks, please continue to add to or delete for your Get of Sire. We have Get a Sire and Progeny of Dam classes remaining to wrap up our Maine Anjou show at Farm Fair International 2025. Get a Sire is next. The UFA Agricultural Community Foundation is proud to stand by rural communities, here to provide the support they need to flourish. The UFA Foundation is here because you're here, working together for the future of agriculture. And Judge Noble, here are your two Get a Sires. Your class is complete. And comments from our judge.
I guess it's not too shocking that these two trios kind of come back in, and you can tell, these cattle are related. Like I said, obviously they're similar types and just consistent all the way through with more power and more balance and structure. I've talked these cattle lots today. I prefer the group up front, really consistent quality. The group behind will be second, but two really nice groups.
And many thanks to our judge. Again, our champion, Carpathian Land and Livestock, our reserve champion, Blue Sky Maines, bringing out these great group classes for us. And we appreciate the efforts of the Uremco and the Ronsko families. One class remains, which is our Progeny of Dam. These are two offspring from any one particular cow, any one particular female. And our final class of the Maine Anjou show. And folks, we do have Legends of the Fall commencing in just a few minutes' time. We'll be doing our heifer calves, our heifer legends in Horizon Egg and Turf show ring number 1, and our bull calves in Horizon Egg and Turf show ring number 2. Both the Uremcos and the Ronskos doing a great job of changing their animals and their showmen around, folks. Our Progeny of Dam single entry. Judge Noble, this is your final single entry class and final class of our Maine Anjou show. And Judge Noble, final comments on our Maine Anjou show.
An awesome pair of heifer calves here. Obviously, two heifers that I liked a lot earlier in the day, being our champion and reserve champion heifer calves. But my hat's off to these exhibitors, because it's hard to bring two heifer calves of that quality, let alone to start making them sisters. No question, that's a cow to build around. I like these two heifers a lot, and congratulations to this exhibitor.
And thanks very much, Judge Noble. Toby Noble doing a great job for us in the Maine Anjou show. We'll be seeing Judge Noble as not just a judge, but an exhibitor for the rest of our Farm Fair International 2025 experience. Congratulations to Carpathian Land and Livestock, the Uremco family, on our champion progeny of dam, for having a great show, having all the group class champions, as well as being premier breeder and premier exhibitor, the Uremco family of our Maine Anjou show. Thanks to all of our volunteers, thanks to the Alberta Maine Anjou Association, all of our sponsors for bringing it to us. Folks, will be rolling into the rings. Legends females or Legends heifers in Horizon Egg and Turf show ring number 1, and Legends bulls in Horizon's Egg and Turf show ring number 2 in just 5 minutes' time. University of Alberta is another major sponsor of Farm Fair International.